Hi guys, last week we studied about qualitative research overview, right? We studied about qualitative research approaches together with qualitative research methods for data collection, right? So you submitted your assignment. Today we will continue to study qualitative research data analysis and advantages and disadvantages of qualitative research itself. Okay, before we proceed to our lesson today, I would like to remind you of your assignment. Today, your assignment will be, you will take note of this lesson and submit to me by next week, okay? Let us go on to qualitative research data analysis. Today, we are studying about data analysis. So you need to know how qualitative data can be processed and analyzed. You are going to submit the proposal for qualitative research. In chapter 3, in research methodology, you're going to submit how you're going to analyze your data, the procedures of how to analyze your data. But you will not do real analyzation process because it will occur in chapter 4, presentation of findings. Somehow, I'll require you a proposal that's composed of chapter 1, introduction, chapter 2, review of the literature, and chapter 3, methodology. So we'll discuss about the next meeting and thirdly, how you're going to analyze qualitative data, right? Qualitative data can take the form of text, photos, videos, and audio. For example, you might be working with interview transcripts, survey responses. You gather the survey responses with questionnaire, field notes, right? Observation notes, recordings from natural settings, the context. Most types of qualitative data analysis share the same common 5 steps, alright? First, prepare and organize your data. This may mean transcribing interviews or typing up field notes, okay? Secondly, review and explore your data. Examine the data for patterns or repeated ideas that emerge and develop a data coding system. Based on your initial ideas, establish a set of codes that you can apply to categorize your data. And fourth step, assign codes to the data. For example, in qualitative survey analysis, this may mean going through each participant's responses and tagging them with codes in a spreadsheet. As you go through your data, you can create new codes to add it to your system if necessary, alright? And then last step, identify recurring themes. What is repeated, diba? Yeah, seemingly important things. Link codes together into cohesive, overarching themes, right? Significant themes. Yes, in an easy way, we say approaches to qualitative research data analysis, right? So there are approaches to analyze your qualitative data. There are several specific approaches to analyzing qualitative data. Although these methods share similar process, they emphasize different concepts. The specifics of each step depend on the focus of the analysis. Some common approaches include content analysis, textual analysis, thematic analysis, and discourse analysis. So let's go on to those approaches one by one. Okay, I mentioned the content analysis. This is based on content, okay, to describe and categorize common words, phrases, and ideas in qualitative data, right? And thematic analysis by themes. So to identify and interpret patterns, all right, same patterns repeated, and themes in qualitative data. So it is understandable. Content analysis is you are analyzing the content, all right? Find out what kind of language is used in descriptions of the data that you gathered. And textual analysis to examine the content, structure, and design of text. Textual analysis. It is done maybe language studies. Sometimes, yeah, it is used in the field of document analysis or language analysis, all right? And discourse analysis to study communication. Discourse means communication. So you are studying communication. Communicative analysis occurs among the group that you are studying and how language is used to achieve effects in specific context. Okay, so this is discourse analysis. So when you choose your research topic, you will find out what kind of approach is most appropriate. And let's go on to advantages of qualitative research. So qualitative research that we study, what are the advantages of it? Okay, they are flexibility, natural settings, meaningful insights, and generation of new ideas. Okay, so let's go on to flexibility. Since qualitative research often tries to perceive the voice and perspectives of participants that you are studying, so participants in the context can be adjusted as new research questions arise. Okay, so qualitative research is good for flexibility. Okay, this is not rigid compared with quantitative study. So the data collection and analysis process can be adapted as new ideas or patterns emerge. They are not rigidly decided beforehand. Right? And secondly, natural settings. Data collection occurs in real-world context or in naturalistic ways. So meaningful insights would arise. So this is also an interesting thing in qualitative research. Detailed descriptions of people's experiences, feelings, and perceptions can be used in designing, testing, or improving systems or products. And generation of new ideas. Responses with open-ended questions mean that researchers can uncover novel problems or opportunities that they wouldn't have thought of otherwise. Okay, you wouldn't have thought before. New things or novel problems or opportunities arise, and you can study deeply. All right, so you can find out very important insights. Let's go to disadvantages of qualitative research. Okay, those are unreliability, subjectivity, limited generalizability, and labor intensive. Researchers must consider practical and theoretical limitations in analyzing and interpreting their data. Qualitative research suffers from these disadvantages. Yeah, unreliability. The real-world setting often makes qualitative research unreliable because of uncontrolled factors that affect the data. So new things can be happen because your context of research is very special, so may be unreliable, right? And subjectivity. Due to the researcher's primary role in analyzing and interpreting data, qualitative research cannot be replicated. The researcher decides what is important and what is irrelevant and eliminated in data analysis. So, interpretations of the same data can vary greatly. Limited generalizability. Small samples are often used to gather detailed data about specific context, diba? So I mentioned it. So small samples, not large sample, large population, large group, but small samples are often used to gather detailed data in qualitative research. So despite rigorous, accurate analysis, procedures, it is difficult to draw generalizable conclusions because the data may be biased and unrepresentative of the wider population. Okay, certain thing can be applied for certain group only. Labor intensive. Although software can be used to manage and record large amounts of text, data analysis often has to be checked or performed manually. So yeah, it requires a lot of researchers' labor. So it is mostly performed manually, okay? But very interesting still. So guys, these are all for today, okay? Very simple. Not easy. So you need to go over, listen to what I discussed with you. Please read it thoroughly, alright? So I hope you to study and take note of this. Remind you of your assignment. Take note of this lecture and submit it to me by next week, okay? I want you to hands-on the concept and ideas and knowledge about qualitative research. Afterwards, you need to practically test and try. So you are going to write the proposal for your research topic as final project of this class. So we are now learning what is qualitative research and what are the approaches to qualitative research, and then what are the research methods for data collection and how you are going to analyze the qualitative data, what kind of approaches, okay, or methods you use, and then advantages and disadvantages of qualitative research itself. So today we tackled that. Okay, I want you to grab on the concept and the knowledge about the qualitative data, and it helps you to prepare your proposal later on. Okay guys, take good care of yourself and let's meet next week. Goodbye guys.